I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me. Today's room topic is going to be about other people's choices. We had a unexpectedly good time yesterday, and it did have a bunch of lessons embedded in the experience. It started off with us embracing what was to come, kind of taking it slow. We were already on the journey during yesterday's stream. And then as the journey progresses, we felt the urge to say goodbye in that moment. And then it only kind of continued. I did some stretches, we listened to some music, I danced a little bit. There were conversations about being performers, and there very much was this energy, this theme of us playing these roles throughout the night, like being a version of self for the experience, right? And then, because we're in this open mind experience, I suggest we watch Ultraman. Ultraman Rising, to be specific. It's a new animated movie, and it's a hero's journey, but not a traditional one. Like you haven't seen a story of a hero quite the way this story was written and made, and the way the shots are done. It is a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece. And I have shared with you friends about this show or movie. Watch it. Watch it if you have the time. If you have 2 hours, watch Ultraman Rising. It's good. Take my word for it. And I'm basically doing that, right? I'm like, it's good. Please take my word for it. And Christian says no. Christian does not want to watch the movie. And it was a matter of ego, where I've already seen the movie, right? So it's not even for me, at least I don't think, a selfish thing where I need to see this movie, right? I could have had a good time watching some other piece of media, or just having a conversation as well. But it was very much from the perspective of wanting to show the friends that I love this thing. And even though my attempt, my approach, my intention, right, was set to share love, it wasn't necessarily perceived that way, right? Because you might have this intention of sharing love with a person, but they might see your attempt to share love with them that way as oppressive, or as inconsiderate, or as oblivious, even. I can be pretty oblivious sometimes. So I learned some lessons, right? It got heated. We had the conversations that needed to be had. Johan helped so much to create a sense of balance in all of us as well, reminding us, that we love one another, that we're gonna be okay. It was quite an experience. Hmm. It smells nice. I feel like I had a good time. I feel like I'm rejuvenated in some ways and battle worn in others. And I think that should be considered a good combination of things to be. I am going to back a Dynavap, experience this with you friends, and then, if the time calls, say goodbye. Other people's choices. You know, I worry about this aspect of my being, specifically the choices of others. As a topic, will open up a whole new world of burns. Are you sure this is what you'd like to do? Yes, please, Sam. Yes, please. Because, I think, at least, I am this kind of person who will get things done despite what other people choose. right? Almost like from a perspective of going in a direction, right? If you know the destination you want to get to, you know what road to take to get to that destination. And I think, maybe erroneously so, I'm more than willing to admit, I think that I know where I want to go. And in that way, I want to take my friends with me. And I already have this momentum about making choices in my day to day that I believe will benefit you, will benefit me, will benefit our world as a collective, will benefit our future. But as a result of that, as a result of that act of love that I'm trying to live in, I might seem inconsiderate. I might feel less than loved by the people that I love the most. Right? The choices of others. Because to others, your choices are the choices of others. Deep, I know. It's not deep. But it is true. Who will have to be responsible for your choices? Hey there. I'm seeing Nancy's name, and I'm seeing Jovan too. It's nice having you here. Yes, please, Sam. Rubs hands and crack and rubs hands and cackles. So, what I've heard is that you make choices for others. I do that mostly because the others around me are morons. Yeah, I don't consider my friends morons at all. And this came up last night. Not the morons thing, but the making choices for others, right? And my way of defending my propensity to make choices for others is that I do believe I have good taste, right? I think I have good taste. And in that way, if I'm going to make a choice for you, I would hope it's a good choice. And I would like to be trusted from the perspective of having friends, that they would know me and know that I would make good choices on their behalf if I was allowed to. Maybe that's in part where my ego got inflamed yesterday as well. I wouldn't be surprised at all. In this day, what is good? In this day, the wind is nice. This is good. I'm enjoying it. I hope it's not too windy for you, friends. I think maybe I missed the talk about the choices of others. We have been talking about it for 8 minutes. A lot has happened. A lot has been shared. Namaskaram. Hoopy, it's nice having you. Lovely to be here with you too. Tasty connections. Our brain needs it like we need food. This is true. This is true. It's good for us to understand, to reflect, to consider the things that we do, making choices for others. I think that could be a whole stream topic of itself as well. Because yesterday was kind of like a making choices for others thing. And again, Johan was on board to watch the movie, and I was obviously on board, but I had to convince, right, Christian, and yeah, I kept asking why. Like, why do I have to convince a person to do something that's gonna be good for them, right? And maybe that is a lesson that I'll have to sit with. Why is it that I want to convince people of things? Maybe it's a choices thing. Maybe I'm trying to convince people of things from an ego perspective. so that if they had to choose to do the things my ego does, my ego will feel more okay with itself. Could that be a reason? Maybe it's a matter of choices from the perspective of you don't know that there are better choices to be made in this very moment. And I do know that. And I would like to help make these choices easier. I want to have a third one to consider. Maybe there's a third layer of consideration where it's like disrespect, where you as a choice maker see this willingness for another ego to make a choice for you as an affront. Because how dare they make a choice for me when I could make a choice for myself? All of those answers could be correct at the same time as well, of course. Hosanna, love to you, LA. Others are entitled to choices. I think much of myself, and so I look down upon the choices of others if they do not fall in line with my perception of reality. Why am I trying to convince people? What do you think of my assessment of why I'm trying to convince people? No, come now, Melt. Don't take your individuality so seriously. I'm not taking myself too seriously. I'm just considering ego. I'm considering ego. I'm considering its role. I'm considering its sensitivities. I'm considering its like trigger points. What is gonna get my ego like really in your face? And then from that knowledge, from that perspective, hopefully I can not be like that in the future. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Because we think we have knowledge of others and we do not. Oh, he didn't want to watch a movie you wanted him to watch that you thought would be good for him. Yes, that's basically the key element of the story. And the best part, and I haven't shared this up until now, he loved the movie. He actually loved the movie, right? And Christian is a harsh critic. He loved the movie. He loved the animations. He loved the storytelling. He he loved the pacing of the movie. He loved the visuals. Like the artistic perspective of the like presentation of the animations. There were so many key points that he could reference that was special to him. Because again, right, the main character of this movie in my life is Christian, right? Like when I was watching that movie for the first time, I was like, holy shit, this is Christian on the screen right now. And like it's like so much love in my heart that I had for this movie, alongside this love I have for my friend. And then this overwhelming amount of love manifests as as the verbalization of wanting someone to do something, right? And then it's just not received in that way. And like I saw a lot of my dad in that last night. So much of my dad. Maybe that should be something we should discuss. I don't know. Because it seems like it's still not necessarily over from what I can tell. Other people's choices. They climb their own hills and mountains to get to their own chosen destination. Throws me for a loop to see such diversity in life.
Hello.
Johannes, you're with us.
I am here now.
You want to sit with me?
I'm gonna sit with you.
Ooh.
Look at the ground.
Sorry
the ground
about
is
that, friend.
beautiful.
Look at how cool this shot is, dude.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey. Hello.
You want to sit back a little bit? Oh, I see. Maybe it will be like me sitting more sideways.
Hello.
There we go. Now I'm gonna have to reach a little bit more.
Do you want to stop
They
with me?
climb. No, it's okay, bro. Thank you. They climb their own mountains to get to their own choice destinations. Throws me for a loop to see such diversity in life interests. This is true. we all get to, at least, experience our own sides of reality. Like, there's billions of choices being made right now. Just popping in for a minute to say, hey, you're beautiful humans. It's the mighty Red Panda's first game in 45 minutes. I'm on snack duty. Bless the Red Pandas. Have fun. His little girl started playing soccer recently.
Oh,
Our
that's very
team is called
cute.
the Red Pandas. Let's go. What
That
was
is
the
very
movie,
cute.
Melt? It's called Ultraman Rising.
Yeah.
Do yourself
Hello.
a favor. I like the pineapple shirt. Nice. Hi, Johan. Hello, Johan. Best
Hello.
shirt.
Thank you.
I'm not sure where you're at, but I really like this garden view. It is Popcho's place, Christian's dad.
Yeah.
It is really nice. You should see the top of it as well. It is completely like grown shut.
Yeah.
Nature roof.
Nature roof.
I really like that, bro. It makes me happy.
That's pretty cool. You could just turn it.
Alright, then it like has like a tensioner. Makes it roost or not. You wanna hit a line up?
I kind of do, yeah. Food is like
Ready.
15 minutes away from being ready.
Okay.
50, well, probably like 5 minutes, but like it takes like 5, 6, 10 minutes for meat to cool down. Otherwise, it's not as good.
It's true.
Also, thank you about my shirt. It is nice. It's pineapples. Pineapples and pineapple leaves.
I got a new gift yesterday from Christian.
Scarf.
Bro? No. I was wondering if I was wearing the rhino shirt he gave me yesterday, but no, I didn't. I think I took it off the first night and then went to bed, and then it hasn't, been put on again. Every time I see one of those nature roofs, I always think of the part of Ocarina of Time where you're sneaking through the garden to see Princess Zelda.
I never played it. I'm too young.
I'm happy you said it first because I also never played it.
I was too young, and I never had a Nintendo. My
I
sister had one.
also didn't.
My sister had one, but I didn't, because I had a PSP.
You weren't allowed to play her Nintendo.
No. I never asked. To be honest, it was hers. Done.
Yeah, I grew up in a family of 4 kids, so there wasn't really asking. There was more just, fighting for your turn. Go on, how is work? Are you enjoying what you're doing?
I am. I really am. I am not working technically, but I am finishing my master's. I'm writing up the thesis at the moment, and that's very fun. I have some personal projects going on, which is also a lot of fun. So I'm liking it. I am doing the projects that I want to do when I want to do them, how I want to do them. So I can't be too mad. And I got a scholarship for my doctorate if I want it. So I'm in some decent position if I wanted. But yeah, I just haven't made a decision. Life tends to be so. Woo!
Today's stream is about choices.
Yeah, and the thing that I've learned, and one of the interesting parts that this entire thing has taught me, is that when you're willing to know a direction without making a permanent choice, you get to a position where there's so many open choices that you have freedom to pick what you want, rather than trying for one direction and then ending up not getting to it because you lose all the other opportunities you get around it.
So, I'm happy that you use the word direction because I also use that word. But I feel alongside direction, we also need to know our destination. Right? And I feel like in that way.
You see, I agree. The destination is very important.
Sometimes, you can get to the same place that you're going by turning left or turning right outside your house. I mean, so there are, to make it max cliche, many roads that lead to Rome from that perspective. But in that way, I feel like making choices for others is something that has been a big part of our society, and I just had this realization. I don't know if it's true, but I think the same thing that skizzed Christian this weekend is what skizzes my dad about me, right? The fact that with psychedelics, for example, right, I have had this beautiful experience, and all I want is to share this beautiful experience, and there is this like again thing of choice, all right, and I am relentless. I will not relent. And that's why I had to, not see my dad anymore. And guess what? Oh, my life is better for it, and his is too. So
How
sometimes,
stuff goes, dude.
sometimes that's how it is. I never played it. I'm too young. God, my heart.
Oh god, the years.
Right, Sam. Keep your head in the game. Rock on, Johan. There we go. Love is
Thank
true.
you. Yeah, I am way younger than everybody always gives it credit for, so it's entertaining.
Being young. Being
Yeah.
young. That
Ow.
should be cool already. Like you put your lip against
Yeah,
it.
I was like, and boom, it wasn't too
A
bad.
little bit too much water. Yeah, Duck Dad, I think within the first week of getting his, put some lip skin on that thing.
Oh.
Found out the hard way.
Well, thank you for taking it. Now I'll be more careful. Because I don't want to get destroyed.
That hasn't happened to me once, bro. And I don't want to jinx myself. I'm not jinxing myself. But that is like one of the things that I'm very careful about.
Burning your lip.
I am such a sissy for pain.
I'm also so bad with physical pain, dude.
But like on sensitive parts, bro, you'll see.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I'm like, if I really concentrate on it, it's okay. If I like put it on a scale, I'll very quickly realize that I'm being like Kleinzierig or like, the fuck is Kleinzierig? Like,
Finicky?
finicky. I don't know. It means like easy to pain. But like then if I just focus on it, you're like, oh wait, this is like a 3. It's fine. I can kind of do that, and then it's okay.
I have, in that way, explored the range of where my 10 is. Right. So now it's like,
Yeah, I also know where
this is fine.
I know where my 9.5 is. I've never actually hit 10, but I've hit 9.5, and that was terrible.
Yes, see, bro. Like, I mean, for me, my 10 is, like, I came out of a gate with a motorcycle, and usually when I go into a corner, I, like, give more gas and spin out, and then, drift into the corner. And I do that. And then instead of there being loose gravel / sand, there is grass. So instead of it just hooks onto that grass and yeets the bike out from underneath me, and I fall like on my stakey, like on my side hip, and I'm like laying there, bro, like, fuck,
I can't move.
fuck, somebody help me.
No, my
I have to get up and push that bike.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, thank you, Pop Joe. We should be done in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Perfect.
Your 10?
My
9.5?
10. Yeah, my 9.5 is coming out of operation. That was like that sucked the one time.
For your feet?
No, it was the most recent one. It was. I'm sorry. It was a circumcision. It sucked. Waking up from that fucking thing sucked donkey dick, dude. Some operations, people are like, it's okay, you'll be fine. Other operations, people are like, you're gonna suck, and then it's fine. So I realized, I remember waking up from the operation, I was like lying there, and they were like, we gave you pain meds, and I'm like, I need something stronger, give me anything you can. Give me morphine, give me whatever you have to make the pain go away. No, dude, that was pain like I've never felt.
Bro, like again, today's stream topic is about choices.
It was a good choice. That's the word. That's the funniest thing. It just was suffrage in the beginning, but it was a good choice.
The more you know. The more you know.
Yeah. Make good decisions.
Make good decisions.
Think about the decisions before you make them.
Yeah. Will this decision lead me to my final destination? I don't know if final destination instantly has like unfortunately like a negative connotation to it.
Guilty.
But in a way, I feel like it can be romanticized of my final destination.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Most-
little bit. Maybe a little bit.
most
Maybe a
can
little
be.
bit. Maybe a little bit.
All of us are gonna die, you know? So, I
At some
mean,
point.
at some point, even if we do immortalize ourselves
Yeah,
one way or another.
the universe is gonna be alive for a long time.
Maybe we freaking cyberneticify, upload ourselves, Dyson sphere, a star, and then some other alien species comes and kills us later. I don't know. But in this not knowing, I do know that I want to live this life, right? I want to be here for this experience, and I want to make good choices. It's going to lead me to living that good life. Because I don't think making bad choices actually, like, I feel in a weird way. Not only do making bad choices, like, kind of negatively affect you in this moment, but for every single bad choice you make, it, like, almost is like tax. Like, now, in order for you to make a good decision, you have to weigh the fact that I am a bad decision maker before you even think about the good decision.
Yeah. You have to be like, oh wait, but I tend to make bad decisions, so let's think about this and like make sure it's yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's again what you're used to. Like, we do so many things because we're used to. And maybe that is one of the things that I feel is one of the reasons that I like making choices for other people, because many people are doing things that they're used to doing, and I like to believe that I do things that most people are not used to.
Yeah. Yeah. You do. I
Mm.
love you for it.
It's fun.
It is.
It's fun doing things that is not used to. And again, like, there's growth to be had. Like, that's the only way I feel I have really been able to grow, because I find myself starting to, like, doubt my growth, almost to the point where I feel like I'm regressing if I'm not growing, right? Or experiencing things that are giving me a sense of fulfillment when it comes to my contribution, right? My choices, my active day-to-day choices.
Yeah. I think that. Fuck, dude. And it's gone.
It's okay. We can think about it. Maybe we'll come back to you in a
Maybe
second.
it'll come back.
Maybe one of these comments are gonna let you know. Da-da-da-da-da. Thinking about it without getting too granular, I don't think I make choices for others. I think of it more as proposing choices. Yeah. And I think I was trying to do that. I was trying to propose. But it was kind of like I proposed a choice, and then my choice got shut down. And then it changed from a proposal to now becoming a challenge. Right? And I feel like that's also something that I need to work on. Of like, I see, uh, I see resistance as almost like a dartboard. Like, oh, now I have an objective, right? And again, that's like because I've been exercising my whole life. So that's literally how exercise works. Like, you apply resistance and then you get stronger. So maybe I'm applying logic, incorrectly in that way. So I am learning from my choices. I am learning. Think about it. You provide options, Nan. That's not terrible. People see fit to pay for that service in certain situations. This is true. Final Destination. Aren't y'all too young for that one too? I never watched any of them. I
No,
just
I watched
knew
them
about
all.
them.
I watched them all when I was like 13 or 14.
I was very. I was even as a 14-year-old though. I didn't watch Jackass. I
I didn't watch Jackass either. I couldn't do
I
that.
was
I
too
couldn't do
peculiar.
that.
I was like, I will not expose my eyeballs to any of this sludge. The universe is gonna be alive for a long time. Yes, and my sympathy, my sympathies. But that's the universe's problem. You are the universe. I'm a little bit of a gotcha. I have a messed up relationship to time. We actually had a conversation last night. I think it
Time.
can be more challenging having autism and just adjusting to life and morality, or how I process it is just different. Anyway, my personality is like a death obsessed person. Yeah, I know someone like that too. It's not exactly like that.
It's not exactly
Not
like
exactly
that.
like that. It's more a matter of perspective and polarity as well,
Dude,
right? Like,
everything is just relative.
everybody has their own choices, and we make choices for different reasons, and because of the choices we make, we are different people. So this is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you, friends, for choosing to be here right now,
Man.
It's always a pleasure having you
It really
here.
was fun.
I'll see you friends again soon. Have a beautiful day.
I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you around as time comes up. I'll chill in the stream every now and again.
Yeah, it would be nice, so
Yeah.
please do. Thank you, friends, for chilling with us. Sending you lovin's.